Hello, this is Suvarna with a video for the Coding Kids crew on arithmetic operators and some of the basics of Python. In the last video, we have seen some of the basics like how to start writing code and how to run the code in Visual Studio Code. Now I want to show you how to work with basic mathematical operators. So let's try directly here in the terminal down below, starting with addition operator. So we'll write 2 plus 4, hit enter and you will get 6. With Python you can use all type of operators. Let's do subtraction. 4 minus 2, hit enter and you get 2. Try 2 minus 4, you get minus 2. Next is 2 multiplied by 4. Here I give asterisk, that's the multiplication symbol, and you get 8. Then 4 divided by 2, you get 2. Let's try 2 divided by 4 and you get 0.5. With these operators, let's try with multiple operators. Python follows the default order of operations. So let's say 10 minus 2 and then I want to multiply by 3. So 10 minus 2 into 3. What do you think this will evaluate to? Is it 10 minus 2 which is 8 and then times 3 which is 24? Or is it 2 times 3 which is 6 and then you subtract it from 10 which is 4? Let's see. Hit enter. It evaluates it to Python follows standard order of operations where multiplication comes before subtraction. You must have heard BODMAS before. That's how you know the order of operations. First it evaluates brackets and then it look for exponents, then division, multiplication, addition and then subtraction in the order of left to right. Now let's try it in the Python file. So I'll write 2 plus 4, run this file, but it is not showing anything. So to print it in the output, we need to give the command print. So print bracket 2 plus 4. Now run and you get 6 here in the terminal. Let's change it to print 4 minus 2 and you get 2. Try 4 into 2, you get 8. I'm going to include some white spaces in between and it worked fine. So white spaces doesn't impact how the code runs. In fact, you should use them for good visibility. Now 4 divided by 2, you get 2. If you want to get exponent, for example 2 to the power 3, you will write 2 times multiplication marks and 3. This means 2 to the power of 3. Run and you will get 8. Let's take another example for exponents. Say 3 to the power 4. Write print 3 into 4. Run this and it comes out to 81. In Python we can perform floor division, which is also sometimes known as integer division, using the 2 forward slashes. This operator will divide the first argument by the second and round the result down to the nearest whole number. For example, I want to calculate 5 divided by 2. It will give me 2.5, right? So, to round the result down to the nearest whole number, I will apply floor operator, that is 2 forward slashes, which will give 2. Now suppose I want to know the remainder. For that we have another operator, that is modulus operator. It is denoted by percentage sign. So let's write it. Print 7 modulo 4. Run and it evaluates to 3. Here since 7 is not fully divisible by 4, we have remainder 3. Change the values. Print 5 modulus 2. What will be the result? Yes, it is 1. Perfect. So we saw various arithmetic operators and how to use them in Python. Now let's say we want to print the text which is referred as strings in Python. For that you need to include the text in double quotes or single quotes. Let's write it: print in a bracket, inside double quotes you will write whatever you want to print. So I'm writing hello, welcome to the coding kids group, or you can also write it using single quotes. Print hello, welcome to the coding kids group. So whatever you write inside the double or single quotes, it will get printed as it is. So see this print. We will do some changes here. Run and see whatever you have written inside the quotes, correct? Suppose I want to print let's start coding. So I'll write print and single quote let's start coding. Run and you get this error because it thinks end of the quote here itself. So in this case we should use double quotes. Print double quotes let's start coding. Now let's say you wanted to include double quotes within your text. Well, you could surround it with single quotes and that way the double quotes would show up. You can even include white spaces here. So in short, whatever you write inside the quotes in print statements, it will get printed as it is. Now suppose you want to give extra information or want to explain what's happening in the code, which will not be the part of actual code, but you want to make a note for future reference. You can do it using comment. Comments start with hash sign. So hash, this is to print text. When Python interpreter sees the hash sign, it understands that it's a comment and it doesn't include in the code. It basically ignores it. It doesn't affect the code at all. You can include as many comments as you want, wherever you want in the code. I could put it on the line with the code. So here I'll put it after the code. Print 1 plus 3 hash. Here I want to give some extra information about this line, so I will add here hash. It adds 2 numbers. You can see the contents after hash sign turns green. So our Visual Studio Code ID is turning it into green to tell that it is a comment. Now apart from that, if you don't want to include some lines of code, you can simply comment it and keep it for the future reference. So suppose I don't want this line, print 1 plus 3, so I'll comment it. Now you can see this has turned green. So it's a comment, it is not the part of my code. Run this and you won't get it in the output. So this way comments are very useful for the coders. So guys, in this video we saw arithmetic operators, print statements and comments. Let's talk about variables in the next video. See you guys. Thank you for watching.